In this video, I'm going to explain why pro gamers are switching to a higher DPI or CPI and why you should too. Now in the past, pro gamers have played on 400 DPI or 800 DPI, and they've recently started switching to 1600 and 3200. To understand why, we gotta look at what DPI is. DPI stands for dots per inch. This basically means if you move your mouse 1 inch and you have 400 DPI, the mouse will report 400 dots to your computer, and it can only send a whole number of dots. Then the game multiplies the number of dots by your sensitivity and converts it to pixels, and that's how far you rotate. Now let's say you double your DPI to 800 but cut your in-game sense in half. You'll have the same centimeters per 360, same eDPI, everything will feel the same, but you'll have twice as many dots in an inch of motion, meaning that your mouse will report its movement much more accurately. For example, if you run low DPI on a low sense, your crosshair could land a few pixels away from where you want it to, which could make shooting targets, especially small ones, significantly harder. However, this is only one reason so many pros are switching. It's also been found that for whatever reason, higher DPI reduces input delay by a couple milliseconds. Like 5 for 400 DPI to 1600 DPI. Input delay basically just delays your reaction time because your reaction gets registered by the computer slower. While it doesn't sound like that much, it's essentially half the difference between a 60 Hz monitor and a 144 Hz monitor. However, the more you increase your DPI, the less significant this latency advantage becomes, so after 3200 DPI, there isn't much of a point in increasing it further. I'll link in a video that explains this better in the description, but all you need to know is that 25,600 DPI is not necessary or really even that helpful. For anyone wondering, CPI stands for counts per inch. It's basically the same thing as DPI, just different acronym. Now the reason this is pretty new is because there was a time when lower DPIs were the only DPIs that most sensors could reliably use, but since technology has improved, higher DPIs are now viable and just not as popular as they should be. Now a cool tip for switching your DPI or CPI is that whatever you multiply your DPI by, divide your in-game sense by that, and it's the same but with the benefits I mentioned above. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more aim tips.